In this video, I'm going to attempt to make the world's largest chapati or roti ever made in history to break a Guinness World Record right here from Kenya. To make this giant chapati, we've had to build a giant frying pan the size of a car, a giant cooking stove, mix 153 kilograms of flour. So you should watch till the end of this video to see how we plan to flip the giant chapati, also how we plan to measure the weight of a 200 kilogram chapati, and finally, if we actually manage to break the Guinness World Record for the world's largest chapati. This video is sponsored by Odoo. So step 1 to making a giant chapati is to make a plan. The current Guinness World Record for the world's largest chapati is 145 kilograms by Dagdu Seth Janpati from India. It was made on a 3 meter by 3 meter frying pan, so we have to make it heavier and bigger. The Guinness World Record rules for the world's largest chapati are: the chapati must be prepared in the same way as a normal sized chapati. It has to be one giant chapati, so you can't put several smaller chapatis together to form the giant chapati. Now, given those rules, my plan is to take the way a smaller chapati is made and just make that bigger. So if a regular chapati is made by frying dough in a pan being heated on a stove, for the giant chapati, I'll fry it on a giant pan seated on a giant stove. Which leads me to step number 2, making giant tools to make a giant chapati, and there's no better place to get that done than Muthura Kamukunji. Nice to meet you guys. Also, throughout this video, I'm going to be including the costs of everything just so you guys know how much it costs to make a giant chapati. So we started off with a giant stove, and to do that, we need hundreds of clay bricks, sand and cement to build a very strong stove that can withstand a lot of heat that we need to make the chapati. Now we resolved to make the stove round and 3.5 meters in diameter, which would be similar to the actual size of the final chapati. And just to reinforce the stove, we added vermiculite to the mixture so the final structure is extremely strong and doesn't break under the weight of a giant pan and giant chapati. And that's a wrap on building the stove for the giant chapati. Thank you guys. Is this pan going to make me a giant chapati?
Yes.
Are we very sure in its integrity?
Yes. 100% sure.
Okay, one more round of applause, guys, to making the world's largest chapati. So next up was making a giant frying pan. Now the most important detail for a frying pan that's meant to be making chapatis is its gauge, also known as its thickness. If you notice, the actual pans most people use to make chapatis are thick, and the reason why is thin frying pans heat up really fast and unevenly, so they burn the chapati almost immediately. Whereas thicker frying pans heat up more slowly and evenly, so you can properly cook the chapati without burning it. The average thickness of most frying pans is 4 to 6 millimeters, but the thicker the sheet, the more expensive, and these sheets are very expensive. So we picked 6 pieces of medium thick 4 millimeter gauge black sheet for the frying pan. Each costs 17,500 Kenya shillings, and since they only sell these sheets of iron in rectangular pieces, we placed all of them down, welded them together into a single piece, drew a circle outline, and then cut it into a single round giant frying pan. Now we also added to the bottom of the frying pan a metal frame to make it more rigid, because when you heat a large metal, it starts expanding, so while you're cooking, you might start to see the pan sagging in the middle, which we would not want. And lastly, we also welded some metal bars underneath the pan so we can actually carry the pan on and off the stove. Now that we had the stove and the pan, we needed a way to roll a giant piece of dough into a circle before frying it. So I bought a few pieces of wood, sanded them, and made them round so they could work as giant rolling pins. One of them was a single long piece of mahogany, and the others were round pieces of wood attached to long metal so we could roll the dough like giant paintbrushes. Now once the dough is rolled into a flat chapati, we'd need a way to add oil in between the chapati and the frying pan so it doesn't stick and burn the chapati. So thankfully, 3 years ago when I broke my first Guinness World Record for making the world's largest Ugandan Rolex, which was a giant chapati and 1,000 eggs, after multiple failed attempts, we figured that by making very thin long pieces of wood, you can slide them in between the chapati and the frying pan and send streaks of oil so the chapati cooks properly and doesn't stick on the pan. So this time round too, we'd use the same exact concept, but since that chapati we used to make the Rolex was about 100 kilograms and 2.3 meters in diameter, and the one that we're making now should be 150 kilograms minimum and 3.6 meters in diameter, we'd need way longer pieces of wood, so I made 20 very long pieces which we'd slide under the chapati and add oil to prevent it from burning. And the best part is these same sticks were what helped us flip the giant chapati last time too, by helping us slide 2 giant boards under the chapati and 2 giant boards on top of the chapati, clamp clamping them and flipping the chapati so we could cook the other side in the same exact way a normal chapati is made. Now, flipping a giant chapati is incredibly difficult because of just how massive and delicate it is. In fact, as far as I could find, the giant chapati flip we performed 3 years ago in Uganda is the only time in history a giant chapati flip was even attempted. What most Guinness World Record attempts do for the world's largest chapati or roti, they place the dough on the pan, and when it's time to cook the upper side of the chapati, is they just skip the flipping process altogether, and instead they place aluminium foil over the entire chapati and throw charcoal on top of it to cook the upper side until it's ready. So they effectively skip flipping the chapati. The only thing is, this doesn't feel like it's made in the same exact way as a normal chapati. Also, it doesn't really look like a regular chapati from the top, whereas if you compare with one that was actually flipped, this looks more like a normal chapati. Having said that, I made 4 even bigger halves of wooden boards that we'd use in the same exact way we did 3 years ago in Uganda by sliding 2 halves on either side under the chapati and 2 halves on top of the chapati, clamping them and rotating these boards, then slowly removing the boards back onto the pan to cook the unready side of the chapati. And once the chapati was fully ready, all that would be left to do is to figure out how to weigh a giant chapati. Now, my idea here was, since the chapati has to be weighed as a whole, it'd be way too big to place and balance on most weighing scales. Well, that is, every weighing scale besides one. The butcher scale. And the way it works is, you suspend the scale and place whatever you're trying to weigh at the bottom, and the scale reads its weight. So since we're trying to measure the weight of a giant chapati, we'd need something massive to suspend the butcher scale on. So we made a giant metal frame, suspended the weighing scale on it so we can hang the chapati on that, and since the actual chapati is too soft, we just place 2 of the giant boards under the chapati, bind them together, then measure the weight of the boards plus the chapati, and subtract the weight of those boards to find the exact weight of the chapati to qualify for a Guinness World Record. And now that we had everything we needed, the only thing that would be left to do would be to have the official Guinness World Record attempt. Thank you so much for coming today. I want to start by thanking the team that has built all this stuff for us, the team that has built the pan, the stones, the weighing scale, and the boards. Guys, we have a chance here to make the world's largest chapati right here in Kenya, okay? The current world record weight for the world's largest chapati is 145 kilograms, and that world record belongs to India. Now my question to you guys, do you guys think we can bring that world record back to Kenya?
Yes.
Okay, I think that we could do this. I believe in you guys, okay? Let's give this everything. Let's knock this out first attempt, okay? So do you guys think we could do this?
Yes.
One more time. Do you guys think we can make the world's largest chapati?
Yes.
Lovely. Okay, just one last thing, guys. I came up with a name for our team. You guys want to know what it is?
Yeah.
I think we should be called So we started off with gathering all the ingredients to make the giant chapati, which included 153 kilograms of flour, 40 kilograms of oil, water, sugar, and salt. Okay, so now we're pouring half a kg of salt into this water for our giant chapati. Okay, there we go. Next step, what's the point of putting turmeric in the giant chapati? What does that mean?
You want to understand a little Kiswahili na shengetezo. Hii inatengeneza chapo na look like a little lit.
Okay, brown.
Yeah.
Okay, next step.
You add the sugar.
That is 1 kg of sugar going into the dough for the giant chapati. Nice. Okay, this is 1 liter of oil and I'm adding it now into the mixture for the giant chapati. Okay guys, now I'm going to stir this mixture of turmeric, sugar and water for the giant chapati. And of course I washed my hands before I did this. Okay guys, so explain to me what this does.
Stirring.
Okay, so I'm stirring with my hand.
And then you taste.
And then I taste it. Okay guys, now we have to taste if this mixture is salty enough or sugary enough, okay? So they've told me to put a little bit in my hand. And then I lick that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lamba.
It's a bit too sweet. It's not very salty.
A bit.
Yeah. Oh, that's it? Ah, lovely, lovely, lovely.
Start to pour flour.
So this is the first flour going into the mixture for the giant chapati, okay? Here goes nothing. That looks nice. 2 kgs down, 148 more to go. And that is 22 kilograms of flour. Now I'm going to try to roll this mixture, okay? So this total here must be like 40 kilograms of dough. Ah, this is actually crazy, man. Yeah. Oh, this is really looking like dough now. So we kneaded this mixture with more and more flour until it became a really firm dough for the chapati. And we just did that over and over again until we had used 153 kilograms of flour to make 2 giant buckets of dough. Guys, do you have any comments?
No.
They mean that they really want it to be very successful. Now we covered the dough with cling film to let it rest, which should make the chapati softer and easier to roll on a giant frying pan. 3, 2, 1, down.
Finally.
Thank you guys. Now after this first piece of dough, we realized that the second one was too heavy to carry in a bucket, so we separated it into 3 smaller pieces and put it on different edges of the pan one by one, and then combine all 4 pieces of dough into one giant piece that we could start rolling into a flat chapati. Like that? Slowly? Like that? Nice. I think it's pushing me back, bros. So it's a bit hard to roll this dough, so we're pouring some flour all over the dough so it can help it be a bit more cohesive and it can help us roll way faster. Okay, it's coming out nicely. That side is looking very good. Okay guys, this is the progress of the chapati so far. We've tried our best to spread it as far as we can and make it very evenly flat. We've made this ring to help us shape the chapati to be round. So this ring here is 3.6 meters in diameter and that's what we want to make the chapati, okay? So what we're doing here is we're just cutting the extra dough so that the chapati can be round like that. So all the excess dough is going into the bucket, okay? This is what 6 hours of preparation has gotten us so far. This looks pretty round to me. And now that the dough is flat and round, we covered it with cling film to keep it clean while we lit up the stove with 4 bags of charcoal for the toughest part of this entire process, cooking the giant chapati. 3, 2, 1, up, 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 up. Okay? Don't drop this chapo there. At the back, don't drop it. Up, 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 up. Hey, behind. We need some more guys behind. Up, 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 up.
Let's move.
Hey.
Up, slowly.
There.
There. Up. There.
Okay. Up. 3, 2, 1. Aye. This thing is hot. Nice. Alright, let's remove this. Remove. Guys, it's starting to cook.
Yes, let's cook.
There we go. That side is coming properly, but this one is not. Guys, come and help me here. Guys, I don't know how we go under this chapati. These things need to be a bit sharper, bro. Guys, I think let's remove this chapati before it burns.
It's burning.
Yeah, it's going to burn. I think we carry it off. We reduce the heat. Now, considering how far we'd come with this chapati, it was way too risky to leave the pan on the stove because without figuring a way to insert the oil under the chapati, the entire bottom of the chapati would definitely burn. And just to put into perspective what it took for us to get to this point, we'd spent over a month and including every single cost. If you factored in pre-preparation costs and the final world record attempt costs, we'd spent a total of 1.1 million Kenya shillings. In fact, during this entire process, I had to buy different supplies from over 20 small businesses. Just keeping track of all my inventory for this project was such a nightmare. I honestly can't imagine how hard it was for those small businesses to keep track of all their inventory, especially considering all of them were using handwritten bookkeeping. I can see how that's a problem because sales and stock can get easily lost with physical books, which is a problem that would end if they used a simpler and more accurate tool, Odoo. Okay guys, so I'm here in Pamsi General Shop in Muthiga and I'm here with
Paul Mwangiswo.
This is Paul's shop. He sells different stuff, food items. Today I'm going to buy the actual flour that we're going to use to try to make the giant chapati. I just wanted to ask you, since I'm buying a large amount of flour, how do you keep track of your inventory?
I usually track them in my mobile phone, M-Pesa. details. Then I drafted them in a piece of paper.
Okay, so over time, like those pieces of paper can get lost,
Yes.
they can get damaged. So you can see how that can be a bit problematic if you do this over a long period of time. So let me tell you about an amazing software tool that would completely transform the way you manage your inventory and your general business overall.
Yes, you are most welcome.
So Odoo is basically an all-in-one business management software that has every single application that you'd require to manage your business, like sales, accounting, inventory. So you see the way you have a retail business?
Yes.
So an Odoo application that would help manage your inventory, track your sales, and save you a lot of time and money would be the Odoo point of sale application.
Fantastic.
I know. So the Odoo point of sale application is a simple and comprehensive point of sale system that you can have on your phone or tablet, and you can set up literally on any device in minutes.
Yes.
So basically, you'd begin at odoo.com, start now, select the POS application, fill in your company details, and boom. Okay, so welcome to Odoo. And if you went to inventory, product, and new, fill in all the product details, which in this case is a 2-kilogram bag of flour, 100 units that cost you 100 Kenya shillings each, and are selling at 180 Kenya shillings. You can also take or upload a product photo, then save it. Just make sure that track, inventory, and point of sale are checked. You'd have just added your first Odoo product, which if you went to inventory, reporting, and stock, you'd see a snapshot of the number and value of all your current stock, meaning if you came to the point of sale application, select your store type, which for us is a retail shop, and if a customer wanted say 2 units, you just tap the product twice to add it to the cart. But if they wanted say 50 units, the point of sale interface is super easy and intuitive to use. You'd simply press the quantity button in the cart, type 50, and it would automatically calculate for you how much the customer needs to pay. Now if the customer had more cash, say 12,000 Kenya shillings. Okay, quick math. 12,000 minus 10,440 Kenya shillings.
660.
No, it's 1560. You'd know that if you had used a point of sale application. So after validating the payment, it would make you a receipt with your company logo that you can also print out on a Bluetooth printer. And the best part is, if you came back to inventory, reporting, and stock, you'd see that the 50 units we just sold have reflected back on our total stock and value, meaning you'd always automatically keep track of your stock. And similarly, if you came to reporting and moves history, you'd be able to track every change in inventory, like replenishing stock, every sale and refund. There's no errors that you'd make. You'd never have any theft, any false reports, any false data. You'd never make any mistakes if you are using these applications within Odoo. So way better than using a paper.
Yes, more better.
And similarly, if a customer wanted a refund of say 10 out of the 50 units they just bought, you'd go back to the point of sale application, go to paid order, select the order, and in the point of sale calculator, enter 10 units. After it calculates the price, click refund, validate, and you'd have a refund receipt that would also reflect in your inventory, reporting, and stock, meaning you'd have 60 units in your stock and their equivalent value, which would also reflect in your reporting and moves history. All these Odoo applications communicate with each other, so you'd save so much time and money. Instead of using different applications or pieces of paper to do different things, tracking inventory, sales, M-Pesa, you'd be using only one software, which is
Odoo.
Lovely! Lastly, your first application with Odoo is completely free for life, including hosting and support, okay? So if you have a retail shop like Paul's or a retail business of any size, every single Odoo application is made for businesses of every size, small, medium, large, ongoing project. Click the link in my description to get started with Odoo right now. Try it out for yourself or share with someone that might want to start a retail business. Your business will thank you so much for it, okay? Are you wishing me luck with a giant
Yes,
chapati?
I wish you luck.
If this chapati buns,
Yes.
it's your flour.
Yes.
It's your flour.
Yes, my flour. Oh, what?
Okay.
No.
Thank you. Let's get back to the video. Guys, we need to remove this off now.
Let's go.
There. Alright, guys, let's go before it burns.
1,
2, 3, go. Up. Let's go. Up. Up.
Inua juu kabisa. Inua wewe. Ngoja.
This thing looks actually good under, but it's about to start to burn.
There in the middle.
Even if it cooks down, I don't know how to turn it now. Those sticks won't go under at all. How do we pour oil under?
It's what we are trying to figure out here. Come in, it's
Let's get someone else, one other person. Help me with one more board. We do many boards close together. Close. Close. Come close. Like that. Well, let's come all of us very close here. Don't break it. Let's bring them close together. We're going to raise it a little. 3, 2, 1, in. Oh, it's breaking. It's breaking. Yo, wait.
Rudisha nyuma.
It's breaking it a bit. Now, despite our best efforts, for some reason these thin sticks just weren't able to fit under the chapati. The chapati was also so delicate that every time we tried to force the sticks under it, it would break. Honestly, after trying multiple times, I had to take a step back and realize that this just didn't look like the chapati I wanted it to be. Now, considering the fact that the cooking, flipping, and weighing of this chapati all depended on the thin sticks fitting under the chapati, there just wasn't enough time or resources for us to figure out another solution to cooking the rest of this chapati. So unfortunately, after a month of hard work and 1.1 million Kenya shillings, I had to call this attempt at making the world's largest chapati a failure. The main issue here was we couldn't figure out how to cook underneath this chapati and flip it nicely as well. I think that the reason that the sticks wouldn't work is the chapati was just so heavy that the weight of the dough pressing downwards made the chapati stick on the pan so much you really couldn't fit anything under it. We also made a mistake when we split the original dough to make it easier to lift onto the pan and combine it later. That just made it very inconsistent when we combined them later on, which is why it was breaking very easily and just didn't look as nice as when we did it 3 years ago in Uganda. Having said that, I definitely want to attempt to make the world's largest chapati again, and I'd like to ask for your help on 3 things that would really help me to actually make the world's largest chapati. Firstly, if you're a passionate chef or team of chefs that would like to collaborate on making the world's largest chapati, email me at radioactivebiz.com and I'll pick whoever has the best reason as to why they'd like to work on this project. Secondly, if you have a feasible and clever solution on how to actually cook this giant chapati, click the link below and submit it in the Google form. You can also submit pictures and videos with details on how I can actually pull this off. Whoever has the best idea will be invited to actually make the chapati with us or will be credited in the YouTube video. And lastly, if you're a brand that would like to collaborate on repeating this giant chapati, email me too and let's make the world's largest chapati. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe. Now, seeing that this chapati is largely inedible, I feel like there's only one thing left to do. Okay. It's a big chapo, bro. Gee. Jesus Christ, bro, this is a big chapo. It tastes like dope. I know it was very anticlimactic, but like...